All right, so just going to show you real quick how to use these spring compressors. It's my 2016 KLR shock. It's a third spring I've put on it. I've got the stock spring, and I've got the one I'm putting on. It's a 600-pound spring. This is a 900-pound spring for the sidecar, so I don't need it anymore without the sidecar. So these spring compressors, Tusk sells them for about like $35. These were eBay specials. I've probably changed 10 or 15 shocks with them. Springs, they work awesome. So anyway, you just run them down a little at a time on both sides. I stagger them one spring. I don't know if it really matters. So now, there it is. This spring was a little bit shorter than a stock spring, so I didn't have to compress it much. When I go to put on the other one, you'll see the difference. There's quite a difference. I have to compress it quite a bit. So now I'll just take these off. Nice and easy. I know people use ratchet straps and stuff, and the only problem I've ever had with the ratchet strap is it's hard to release. You can't release it gentle. It's an all or nothing thing. So I don't like the ratchet straps. This is a different spacer that I need for this shock. All right, so we will put the shock on. We've got to put this spacer on when it comes time. And this goes on top, I believe. So I'll go ahead and we'll get these set up. Just tighten them by hand to start. And then just go easy. I try not to get my face in the way, but I mean, shit happens. You can do this by hand, just faster this way. This one's going to have to compress a lot. So also what you want to do is you want to make sure these are spread out as far as you can before you start this, because this one's really got to compress and you don't want to run out of stroke. So just keep your eye on it, make sure it stays on the spring. We're almost there. Sorry about the messy shop. I've got 4 projects going at once here. My son just moved back in with us and brought his chopper project, so it's kind of crazy. Okay, so now I see a problem that I didn't realize with this shock. That this isn't going to fit. So let me see if this one fits. There we go. That's what we need right there. Okay, so a little more. Let's see, is this going to go in there now? Nope, not yet. Almost. So yeah, these things work awesome. Like I said, I use them all the time. I change a lot of springs because I do a lot of different stuff, and to me, changing the spring is not a whole lot. Actually, it's easier it's easier than changing a tire. There we go. All right, so now we just back them off a little bit at a time. Oops, I went too far. Here's the problem. If you go too far, this will fall out the bottom. So just beware. You just have to screw it back on like this. But it happens. This one's almost off, so I almost went too far. All right, that's it. That's a new spring on the KLR shock. Adios.